Hey, Pascal here, and today was a little review about the Rode Wireless Go microphone. Rode Wireless Go. I got this microphone around 3 months ago, and you probably saw a lot of my videos already because, well, if you don't wear it like that, then it's actually quite obvious, like you can see that here. Maybe hear some noise now. There are a lot of things that I like about the Rode Wireless Go, but there are also some things that I don't like about it, so that's why I want to do a little review about it today. And just a little disclaimer here, it's not sponsored, I bought it completely by myself, got nothing for free or so. So let's start with the system itself and how it works. So it's actually quite easy. You basically have the receiver and the transmitter. The receiver, you simply plug it into your camera. If it has a microphone input, it should have one. Otherwise, you can use a recorder like the Zoom H1, for example. That's a pretty good one. And apart from that, there's also the sender, and the sender is what I have here. So you place it somewhere at your body. And the good thing about this microphone or this system is that the sender has a microphone directly built in. And that's actually great because let's say you want to have an even better sound quality than the internal mic has, or you want to hide it better or so on, then you can simply plug in a lavalier microphone. But of course, if you just want to have the convenience of simply plug it into your camera and put it somewhere on your body and talk, that's also possible. So that's actually why I switched to that set. I had the Rode Filmmaker kit before, which is also great, but it is quite bulky, right? So I didn't like to bring it everywhere. And yeah, the Wireless Go is a lot smaller. It's more convenient to use. So directly when it came out, I switched to it. So let's talk about the advantages of the Rode Wireless Go and why I actually got it. So I mentioned one already, that it's quite small, but small in that case also means easy to use because you can really plug it to your camera easily, and you don't necessarily need a hot shoe mount for that. Because what I actually do a lot, especially if I have my Ninja V on the GH5, is simply that I attach it to the cable that comes with it, that you plug into your camera. And that's very good because even if you only have a simple point and shoot camera with a microphone input but no hot shoe mount like the G7X Mark III or the Sony RX Mark VII, then you can simply attach it to its own cable, and you don't have this problem that you don't know where to put it. You can even, if you want to make it even safer, you can also attach it to the screen if you fold it up. So that makes it very handy. But apart from that, it's also easy because you don't need any cables around your body. Like you don't need to have the receiver somewhere, then you pull the microphone with its cable somewhere around your shirt and so on. It just takes time, right? So that also makes it very convenient. And you can actually move away from the camera with that microphone because it's a receiver and transmitter. You don't have a cable connection. You can actually move as far as 70 meters. Some other reviews showed that already. But the tests all came to the same conclusion that you can walk somewhere between 50 and 70 meters. Problem is only if there is something in between the receiver and the sender, because then the connection breaks and you have some lags in your audio. So always make sure, especially if you move a bit farther away from the camera, that you have a direct visible line of sight between the receiver and the transmitter, and then you won't have any problems there. Let me just turn the AC on. It's so hot here. Oh, sweaty as fuck. Oh, AC is on now. Should get a bit better, but I hope you don't hear it so much. I mean, usually cuts off the background noise. Another great feature, what's very special for small microphones like that, is that you can control the gain or decibel level. So you can set it either to 0, to -6 or -12. So that's good that you can do it. I actually have it right now set to -12. That's why you probably can't hear the AC so much. But also, if let's say you're outside or so on, there are some birds, there are some insects or whatever that make noises, and you don't want it in your video, right? So it's actually good if you can lower the decibel a bit. So much for the advantages. I really love this microphone, but there are also some things that I don't like. And the first thing is really that it's quite big. I mean, it only weighs 31 gram, I think, but it's still heavy. For example, when I wear a t-shirt, then it always puts it a bit down. That feels weird while wearing that, even if the sound still sounds nice. And in the videos you can also see it a lot, especially if you don't wear it like I do right now. Like you could see if I would wear it outside of my shirt, then you would just see it all the time. There's also the big Rode logo on it. I mean, it's okay, I like Rode as a company, but you don't want to have their logo in all of your videos if you're not sponsored from them, right? So in my opinion, like, that's not ideal in some situations. What you can really use it for pretty good is if you wear a jacket, for example, outside, there it's easy to hide. Also for places like here where I just sit and talk, and especially if I wear a shirt like that, and it's perfect. But especially if you wear a t-shirt and it's not that suitable. I mean, you still get good audio, but you can see it and it's not that convenient. The next thing then is that the windshield actually falls off all the time. Like, I mean, if you do shots like that now, where you only sit and you talk, then it's not a big deal. But especially if you walk around and maybe the transmitter scratches a bit on your clothes, then it is pretty likely that the windshield falls off. I mean, they put 2 windshields in there, so if you lose one, it's not that much of a problem, but still, it ruins your video at the end, and then you look for the windshield and so on. That mustn't be. But what I also saw in some videos is that they already brought out some windshields that you can buy for it, that they made a bit better so that it don't fall off that easily. I'm not sure if the newer units are already delivered with that windshield, or if you have to like buy it or you get it for free or whatever. Just need to check it online. For me, I only use that microphone when I do shots like that, so I don't really care about it now. So even if I'm outside and there is some wind, don't really have the problem with it. I attach it and I just stay in one place, so then it works fine. But I would, just because of that, I would not use it for vlogging. The next thing that I also don't like so much is that the decibel levels can only be turned down to -12. I would really like it if you could bring them down even to -20, simply because if you wear a t-shirt, maybe not a v-neck t-shirt, but a normal one, then it's so close to your mouth that you already hit the red areas in the audio levels, and it can sometimes mean that it's a bit too loud. And that's why I think -20 would be, under some conditions, would be better to have at least. The next thing that I don't like about the Rode Wireless Go is probably just for my unit. I don't think that all the units have this problem. That is that pressing the button of the receiver is actually quite hard. Like, sometimes it works perfectly, sometimes I have to press very deep until it gets on, and sometimes I have to press a bit longer. It's just very, very weird there in my unit. But I think that's only my unit because no one else complained about it. So if you will get one, you probably won't have that problem. Apart from that, let's also talk a bit about the audio quality. I'm actually quite impressed because it's so small, the microphone is integrated, and usually that means that the audio quality is not that good. But from the Wireless Go, it's actually very usable. I would not say that it's as good as the audio from some more advanced mics, let's say a Sennheiser Lavalier mic or so. They are, of course, a bit better. Also, podcasting microphones have a much better dynamic range. It sounds a bit fuller. Really like that sound. The microphone doesn't have that, but it also don't need to be, because the most important thing for a microphone like that, where you use it for, is that everyone understands you clearly and that the sound doesn't look weird like a robot because you edited it too much in post or there's some software going on or so on. So the Wireless Go really has an awesome quality. As you can hear in the video, the complete video is recorded on the Wireless Go, as you can see. So essentially you get the quality that you hear right now. And I also think that it's important to talk about who is this microphone for, like for what kind of shots and also what people. So I would say this microphone is perfect for shots like that right now, where you sit in front of a camera and you talk, a talking headshot. And so that means that it's perfect for people that do interviews, for content creators, and also for commercial filmmakers that produce commercials where they interview people and use it as a voiceover and sometimes show the person and so on. It's also what I do sometimes. So for all of those shots, it's perfect. Also for vloggers, I would say it's usable. So if you want to vlog outside, you can easily attach it to your point and shoot if you have a newer one. You can also easily attach it to cameras like the GH5 that I'm shooting on right now. So this is great, but I like convenience when I vlog. So it's still that you have to attach the microphone, you have to plug it to your body somewhere, and you have to turn everything on. So it takes a bit longer than using a shotgun mic, and that's why I would say if you want to vlog, then it's still better to use a shotgun mic or something like the ceremonic mic, this very small one there. So this mic seemed to do a bit better for vlogging in my opinion. So let's come to a conclusion here. I really like the wireless Go microphone, and I'm happy that I made the switch from the filmmaker's kit, simply because it makes everything a bit easier, faster and more convenient for me, and especially I don't have to carry around so much in my small bag. So that's great, thumbs up here for Rode. But I must also say that this microphone is not for everyone. If you're a vlogger, for example, I would rather go for a shotgun mic, or maybe if you want to do vlogs and videos like that, like talking headshots, then go for the wireless Go and a shotgun mic like the Video Micro, for example. And also, maybe if you do a lot of shots where people walk around a lot and you want to capture that, maybe if you shoot a lot of weddings, you want to put it somewhere and you move around with the camera all the time, and it can also mean that sometimes the connection gets lost if someone or something is in between the transmitter and the receiver. I actually used it for a wedding once, but then I used the Zoom H1 recorder to capture the audio instead of running around with the receiver all the time, so that way I made sure that I never have any disconnections in the audio. So if you think this microphone suits your needs, then I can definitely recommend to get it. And if you want to get it, then please use the link in the description below, because that gives me 5% commission and you don't pay anything more. So you can support the channel a little bit by doing that. And also, if you like that video, then please hit the thumbs up now. And also, I publish one video every Sunday, not just reviews, but also tutorials about travel filmmaking. So if you're interested in that, don't forget to hit the subscribe and the bell notifications button. And see you next Sunday. Okay, das war gut. Testing. Nein. Mein Gott, was bin ich blöd.